fans?
Well, it would be one of the biggest British victories ever. You know, it would be a huge upset, but that's why we're here. We're not here to make up the numbers. You know, Gavin believes and the team believes that he can win this fight. That's why we're here. We know we're the outsider. Adrien Broner is a great fighter, but, you know, there's been some huge upsets in times. You know, Lloyd Honeyghan beating Don Curry. That's the kind of level of an upset this would be. But, you know, Gavin's been a little bit disrespected by people. He's the British, European and former world champion. He's not here to make up the numbers. He's here to cause an upset and to shock the world. And, you know, we believe he's going to do it, and we think he's going to give Adrien Broner a hell of a fight.
Switching to from your other fights, like the Froch and Kessler fight, how relieved are you despite the mandatories and the rematch clause with Carl Froch to Lucian Bure?
Yeah, very much so, you know, but I think generally it was an understanding from everybody just how important this fight was. You know, fights like Froch-Kessler are really the key to making boxing great again. We sold 17,000 tickets in 3 hours for that fight. So I spoke to Yvonne Michel and, you know, I said to him, listen, I know that Adonis Stevenson is the mandatory and we can work something out here, but this fight has to happen, whether it's for the IBF belt or not for the IBF belt. And the same with Interbox, you know, when I spoke to them and said, look, the Lucian Bute fight, we can build that over time. It's not that big right now because Carl Froch beat Bute so easily. But if you can go and win the WBC title, we beat Kessler, then it's a huge fight again, you know, at the end of the year. So Froch-Kessler had to happen, and I was going to do everything I could to make it happen. And, you know, Adonis Stevenson and Yvonne Michel, they'll get their shot, you know, because we've said that after that fight we will vacate the IBF title, whoever wins, and they'll just be the WBA champion. But it's so important to have all those belts on the line for that fight, you know, so it can be a true unification match.
Now, another fighter of you is Carl Frampton, who had a big victory during the weekend. What's next for him? Maybe like a Scott Quigg matchup, and later on maybe a title shot?
Yeah, a lot of people in the UK want the Scott Quigg fight. For me, I'd like to see him go on and win a world title. You know, it's not about Carl Frampton fighting Scott Quigg, it's about Carl Frampton winning world titles. And, you know, the IBF is being contested for this Friday. We'd love to face the winner of that. If not, hopefully get selected for a final eliminator with the IBF. But Frampton was outstanding. You know, we had 8,000 people there screaming in Belfast. He's becoming a real icon over there, you know, and he's going to be a huge star for the future.
Now, another fighter of yours is Kell Brook. His fight has been postponed again. Did you hear anything about him? How is his... does he affect his training, and what about that tweet by Mayweather? Does he question any? Does he have any question about it?
No, I don't think many believe the tweet by Mayweather. I think that was a bit of a smokescreen, but obviously it's disappointing. Kell's trained so hard for 12 weeks. He's ready to fight Alexander now, but he's got to be professional. You know, sometimes injuries happen. A lot of people are questioning the injury, but, you know, as far as we're concerned, it's legit. The IBF have asked for medical statements, but, you know, that's not difficult to get anyway. But, you know, the IBF have stated that no one can fight anyone in between. They have to fight each other, otherwise they give up their position, i.e. Alexander as a champion or Kell Brook as a mandatory challenger. So we're in a very nice position. You know, we're solid, but we want the fight and we want it as soon as possible.
All right, what do we expect from Matchroom for the rest of the year now?
Well, unbelievable shows, the best fighters from the UK. You know, Carl Froch versus Kessler, Barker's fighting on March the 9th, Tony Bellew is fighting Isaac Chilemba in a WBC final eliminator. That's going to be live on Wealth TV across America. Kell Brook versus Devon Alexander eventually. Gavin Rees versus Adrien Broner this week. Carl Frampton fighting for world titles. You know, we've got an unbelievable stable in the UK right now, and British boxing's really, really going soaring to the sky, and we're delighted to be behind it.
Thank you very much for your time.